Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Freighter. While Dennis Brown was universally acclaimed as the crown prince of reggae, the heir apparent to the throne held by the undisputed global king Bob Marley, in Montego Bay he was treated like a king, as he got hero-like treatment, especially from the women who could not get enough of his winning smile, lovable personality, and his ever-present charisma. From all indications, Montego Bay was also one of Dennis Brown's favorite places to perform, as he rarely missed an opportunity to showcase his talent in the tourist capital. DB, as the gifted singer was often referred to, had a very special relationship with Reggae Sunsplash, which was a staple in the tourist capital between 1978 and 1992. He performed on the first staging of Reggae Sunsplash at Gerard Park in 1978, and he was the closing act at the final staging of Reggae Sunsplash in 1992 at the Bob Marley Performing Centre. It should be interesting to note that except for 1979, 1982 and 1985, he performed on every edition of Reggae Sunsplash, an amazing 12 years out of 15 years. To say Dennis Brown was a great performer would be an understatement. Whether it was at 2 a.m., 4 a.m. or at the crack of dawn when the early morning sun was bathing the venue, once he echoed the words, "Here I come," the loud screams would be enough to wake up those folks who might have been taking a nap on their reggae beds. It was a sign that MoBay's king had arrived, and it was time for him to reign musically over his loyal musical subjects. Like all great performers, Dennis Brown performances could be graded from good to great to magical. He never once gave a bad performance in Montego Bay, as his much anticipated offerings, which usually range from 45 minutes to 1 hour, always fun-filled and energetic, as he would sing, dance and interact with the crowd. In a recent discussion with two of my friends, they were adamant that the best performance Dennis Brown ever gave in Montego Bay was in 1987. However, for me, nothing could beat 1992. To be totally honest, the 1987 performance was a magical onslaught, as the vocally gifted singer mesmerized, tantalized, and entertained the fans thoroughly. As soon as he hit the stage, belting out the lyrics of the song halfway up, the crowd immediately became his choir, singing along with him line for line. When he flowed over into Old Man River, the crowd kept singing along just the same. However, when he touched its magic, it was like real magic, as the fans stopped singing and everybody went into a dancing frenzy. From there on, it was all pandemonium, as he went into songs such as Hypocrite, Stop Your Fighting, Don't Hurt My Feeling, Your Love Got a Hold on Me, Revolution, How Could I Leave You, which had some of the musically intoxicating couple dancing together as if they were on a dance floor. By the time Dennis Brown got around to belting out Ghetto Girl, Silhouette, Promised Land and Wildfire, it was quite clear that he had extracted all the energy from the fans, and it was time to let them go. In reflecting on that performance, it was truly magical. While 1987 was magical, for me, 1992 was exceptional. It was as if Dennis Brown was saving the proverbial best for last. I had seen Dennis Brown performing at the 1978 Peace Concert at the National Stadium in Kingston, where he played an awesome set, which was both entertaining and refreshing. But the 1992 performance at Reggae Sunsplash was special. It was as if Dennis Brown knew that there would not be another staging of Reggae Sunsplash in Montego Bay, and he needed to give his fans something very, very special one last time. In this edition of Lest You Forget, I will be reliving that performance from a story I wrote for The Gleaner, which was published on the 9th of August 1992 under the headline, Dennis Brown Stands Supreme on Singers' Night. The story read as follows. On a night in which all the stars glittered, Dennis Brown, the undisputed crown prince of reggae, stood supreme among his singers on Singers' Night at Reggae Sunsplash 92. Called upon to close the show after electrifying performances from the likes of Michael Rose, the British-based group Steel Pulse, Cocoa Tea, and Blind Wonder Frankie Paul, Brown delivered like a master craftsman, bringing the curtain down in a blaze of glory with an incredible performance. Dressed in a multicolored vest which matched his pale yellow pants, and with the sun striking him flush in the face, Brown had the fans going wild as his customary "Here I Come" rolled out of the massive speaker boxes to signal his presence. He then proceeded to mesmerize and tantalize the fans with songs such as "Death Before Dishonor," "Should I," and "Step Aside." None of the hits in his catalogue were spared, as he had the fans dancing more like they were on a ballroom floor instead of a concert venue. One could not help but wonder where did the fans get the energy to call for the two encores which they did, as most of them were soaking wet in perspiration. It was equally amazing to see Dennis Brown, who had left this stage dripping in perspiration, returning shirtless to give the fans the little bit more they had asked for. With death claiming Dennis Brown in 1999 and with him no longer around to perform, I believe I can legitimately say I saw his greatest performance, which was that 1992 set, which naturally makes it one of those unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica. Unforgettable stories out of Western Jamaica from the scrapbooks of Adrian Freitas. Before you go, please remember to subscribe.